Balaclavas.
Yeah.
Map.
Yeah.
Coffee?
Yes.
Nice important thing.
Right.
You all right?
Yeah.
You're not backing out on me, are you?
No.
Good. Right, we'll go over the plan again in the car. The others will be on the road already and I'm parked a few streets away.
I've been thinking maybe it's better I stay outside for this one.
It needs both of us in there.
It's just, now I'm thinking about it, this just all feels like it's going a bit too far for me.
Too far.
Trespassing, breaking and entering, stealing all the...
Liberating.
Right, livestock.
I hate that word, like they're things.
Yeah, sure.
Not living, breathing creatures like us, kept in the dark, pumped full of hormones.
I get it, but...
Cut! Right. That wasn't it. You need to go back to the beginning.
It has become apparent that some officers, acting undercover while seeking to infiltrate protest groups, entered into long-term intimate sexual relationships with women, which were abusive, deceitful, manipulative, and wrong.
Go on.
It was a real political education growing up in the 80s.
We were on the right side of history. That seems to be the thing that ties everyone together.
Trade unions, anti-racist politics.
Social justice, LGBTQ rights, Palestine.
It is these people who are driving our society forward and to be a society which is more humane.
We were there, we were fighting our fights, which is what put us in the path of the police to begin with.
Look at this one, that's fabulous. Yeah, I think I'm loving this.
Go for that one.
Beautifully done. That's like you've been applying a mask all your life.
I'm not pulling it off, I don't think. You know, I don't know how they did it.
Oh, speed.
3, take 8.
Action.
Coffee?
Yeah.
Most important thing. You're shaking.
Oh my God, I am. It's the adrenaline. What if the police are there again?
They won't be. We'll just go in, rescue as many as we can and get out.
I am actually really shitting myself.
I knew you were.
You might have to...
What?
I was just going to say, I might need you to hold my hand in the dark.
Cut. So, this is all wrong. You're acting like you're flirting a bit with him when it was the other way around. Usually with the spy cops, the pattern was that all these guys would come on quite heavy, you know, flirting from the get-go, telling them that I love you or asking them to say those things, you know, within 1-2 months of even meeting each other. They made themselves known that they really wanted to have a serious relationship. So I would suggest you flirt a lot more heavily.
Me?
Yes.
Yeah, cool.
Cool. I will not flirt.
So, should we do the bag together?
Yeah. Okay. Shall I sit here?
Yeah. Hey, you've got nothing to be nervous about.
Right.
Let's do this.
Wait a second. Oh, I am actually just shitting myself.
I knew you were. Come on, I've got you.
Thanks.
We should go, though. The others will be on the road already. I'm really glad we've ended up together tonight.
Sorry, can I just interrupt you again? I don't mean to interrupt your flow, but the spy cop would be physically more demonstrative, would try to draw the woman activist in closer. If you can almost be forced, I think that's probably more like how it went.
Let's do this.
Just a second. I am actually really shitting myself.
Oh, I knew you were. Come on, I've got you. Eh?
Thanks.
I'm really glad that we've ended up together tonight.
Yeah, wait till you see my crap navigation
No,
skills.
seriously. I'm just glad that we get to spend a bit of time together.
That's better. Definitely more how it happened.
Yeah, it was uncomfortable to watch. It brought back some very strong memories. So yeah, that was spot on.
Great. Let's cut there. Well done, Liz.
I was 19. It was my first relationship, my first proper boyfriend. I was just completely naive, but then he would have known that, they were trained to spot, weaknesses in people, and he completely just took advantage.
I certainly was in love. I mean, I'd come out of a very serious relationship, so he worked really hard over a series of months to actually get me to open up, to drop me barriers and to trust him.
I felt quite pressured to enter into a relationship quite quickly. I'd only ever had one boyfriend in my life before. I think he just kind of played on that. He asked, he's like, oh, so are you gonna kiss me now? And put me against the wall. And that's not the culture that I come from. I mean, he would say stuff like, I don't date white women.
I think it's important to remember that all of them, when they were recruited, one of the requirements was they were either married or in a stable relationship, so that they wouldn't then sort of cross to the enemy side. They would always have something solid to come back to.
I'm afraid to find out, because I was so in love with him, what if I find out that he's got wife and kids and stuff? That's just gonna break my heart again, and I don't know how I deal with that.
It's going to hurt like hell, basically. But it's likely. It's likely because that's the men they brought into the unit.
Female.
Special occasion, is it?
What do you mean?
Deodorant.
Piss off. Go and get in the shower.
Your brother's always late.
Yeah, and Mum lets him off because he's got the kids. I can't exactly use that excuse, can I?
Come on, come back to bed.
Shower.
10 minutes.
5, and then you have to get up, okay? God, why can't you be a morning person?
Well, you're not.
Think of all the things I'd get done. Could be a person who jogs before work.
Then take up jogging, I'll do it too.
I actually hate running. Present.
Huh?
Don't let me forget Tim's birthday present.
You're so good with him. You'll be a great mum one day.
Oh, will I?
I didn't mean.
I think I'd like to meet your family before we start one of our own. See what I'm in for. You always do that.
What?
Like, whenever I bring your family up, then go all quiet.
I don't mean to.
Am I ever going to meet your parents? Or...
No.
What?
I'd rather you stopped asking me about them.
Okay.
Cut. Right, firstly, as a woman, you're not naive. They were liars. They were paid, trained liars with birth certificates, driving licenses, passports.
I've almost rehearsed for this question before.
Yes. Yeah, you would have spent time in the back office with other officers, with them quizzing you and that, just so that you can hit every answer. So it seems real. They were practiced and rehearsed and that.
Okay, cool. I'd love to meet your family, if we were ever going to start one of our own. I feel like I've met your mum already, though, from all the stories you've told me about her. I'm sorry.
No, don't apologise. It's just she that loved you.
Do you think I'll ever meet your dad?
Look, he's not a nice guy. I've no interest in reaching out to someone like him.
Yeah, of course.
Sorry, it's hard for me to talk about.
No, it's fine. I mean, I get it. Well, I can imagine.
I was really jealous of the other kids growing up with their nice families and stuff. But when I'm with you, I feel like I understand what that must have felt like. No, seriously. I feel so safe with you. I do love you. You know that, right?
That is perfect. Absolutely perfect. I felt angry watching that, really, because you just need something sometimes to kind of bring it home to you exactly what's happened. To see you portraying that so well is a bit like a smack in the face, really.
You know, to see you two acting this and to realise that it was all an act, that's what's very hurtful to us, you know, because we really wondered, did they really love us? Well, the officers said that they had genuine feelings. They said they were very conflicted. But then it makes us question, like, yeah, what is love?
Yeah. If you really love somebody, as they claim to, you know, how do you then inflict such harm, you know, deliberately?
Scum! 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 Scum!
Stop the Oxford Animal Lab!
You know, the next question that people ask when you tell them is, well, what were you doing at the time? What were you doing that made the police do this? You say, well, actually, I was handing out leaflets every weekend. Oh, well, that can't be. They wouldn't do that for if you were doing that. You were doing something wrong. There has to be a reason why they would do that.
You know, my experience with police officers had been entirely negative pretty much up until that point. And so if I wouldn't have let a police officer through my door, never mind into my bed, basically.
You really don't need sex or to enter a relationship in order to find out information if you are, you know, going undercover for something.
You've got to look at the reason why they were there as well. You've got to consider the reason why they were there. And it was to basically spy on everyone and everything that was going on within activist circles. Absolutely no credibility to any of this infiltration. It's abuse on so many levels, and it was for nothing but political control.
You know, there was no reason. They got nothing from it. There was no reason. All they did was just rip people's lives apart. Yeah.
Babe, what is going on?
I can't do this.
Are you leaving?
I have to.
What? It's the middle of the night. I don't understand what's going on. You were completely fine, like we're fine. What, are you freaking out? Have I done something wrong?
No. No, this isn't you. This is me. I love you, I really do, but
But
I feel like I'm split in two.
what are you talking about?
I'm sorry.
No, just
Let me
talk
go.
to me. No, talk
Look,
to me.
one day I will explain all of this to you.
Huh? No.
Cut. Come back. It wasn't as simple as that. There was no moral conflict at all. These exits that the spy cops did, they were meticulously planned. They had manuals about how to get out of relationships. Their manuals told them to feign breakdowns or to be emotionally abusive to women so that they would hate them and leave. You acted as if you were really torn, but you weren't really torn. So, yeah, if you could do it again, that'd be great.
They had the luxury of knowing that they were going to be infiltrating groups for a certain period of time. They knew when they had to leave, so they had plenty of time to arrange their exits, no matter how damaging that exit proved to be.
You don't care. You're going home to your wife and kids.
This is just work.
Yeah, it's work. Make it a good one. You'll shut that door. You won't have to think about her again. You're going home. Wife and kids.
Cool.
Okay, thanks. Can you stop a minute? Just calm down. Talk to me.
I can't be here anymore. It's best if I go.
Please don't say that.
It's true. I've got this voice going around and around telling me that I'm a piece of shit.
You're not a piece of shit.
I wish I could disappear.
Please, don't
It's
say
true.
that.
Don't touch me right now. It's better for you if I go.
Please don't make that decision for us.
I would have been better off if my dad had done the same thing.
Please.
Don't come after me.
We really feel for you right now and what you're feeling. It didn't quite happen like that. It wasn't as simple as that. We wish it was.
It took years and years of sort of dogged determination from the women to actually find out. You'll be thinking, who was the person? Who was that person that shared your life, you know, that shared your bed, that you had a child with? You know, how did you take that in? It was like, you know, I was awake for a full 2 days, you know, just didn't know what to do.
The trauma drove us to extreme paranoia, even suicidal tendencies, and without the support where you meet other women and realize, no, you hadn't gone mad, that, you know, you weren't being irrationally paranoid, it really makes a difference. It's a lifeline. Women went through lengths to find out the truth and find out what happened. But once that truth started coming to light, that's when people started getting together.
They've done something that they never thought that they would do, and that is all the different groups that they spied on have come together.
They've inadvertently created quite a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah.
Everyone thinks this was years ago as well, you know. It started years ago, but it happened for 50 years. We know of cases, you know, just a few years ago. So this is not an historic injustice. This is now.